great this year. It was our second year going down to the Florida Coast Academy in Fort Pierce. And what it really allows for us to do is, with mostly New England baseball players, to get out and kind of run a baseball boot camp. We get all the repetitions that we need on the ground balls. We start to get our pitchers throwing off the mound. I am a firm believer that everyone on the team ought to be trained to pitch, and so it gives us the time and the opportunity to do that. We get to play a couple games and see who we are and what we need to work at. The hitting side of things, generally this time of year, the pitchers are ahead of the hitters, and we can close that gap a little bit. It's generally good, and I think important to think about with respect to Governors, it's a group of guys who like each other. We're a good community, and within the baseball program, it gives us those 7 days to really spend some time together around baseball, around something that we love, and I think it was a great trip. This should be a good season for Governors baseball. I think the mantra that we have is, we'll compete. We're competitive. We have a group of guys coming back defensively, which has been a point of emphasis for the team last year and again this year, in positions where we should be able to play the game pretty well. We should be effective off the mound. Again, everyone will be trained to pitch, but certainly at the top end, the guys who will be pitching in the league are good, effective pitchers. I think last year we struggled a little bit at the plate for the first half of the season, and certainly seem to be focusing on that this year, not just in terms of how practices are organized, but how the boys are going about their work. This is a tough league. There are good pitchers across. We play a 7-inning league, which means that it's kind of hard to knock out a really effective number one pitcher. But I think we have that too off the mound, and I think we have a team that will compete defensively and will compete offensively. I like our chances. Don't know where we're going to end up in the record, but I'm pretty sure we can compete with every team in the league.
Florida trip this year went really well, especially from a senior's point of view. It was my third trip. We've gone to a different location before, but now under Mr. Keneally we've been to Fort Pierce 2 years in a row, and we play a lot of ball, which is what we're supposed to do down there. We enjoy the warm weather, and we play our hearts out, and we're beat at the end of each day. But at the end of the day, we're all friends and teammates, and we're hanging out in each other's rooms, and we're improving. We're getting better in terms of camaraderie, hitting, fielding, and all baseball aspects. And this year we won some games. We left with a 3-2 record versus last year where we only won once or twice. And we won some ball games, and we played well and really got along as a team, which I think we're all looking forward to down the road. This year, hopefully not my last on a baseball field, but definitely my last in a Governor's uniform. I'd really like to win 10 games out of our, I think, 16 ISL games. We're going to compete, like Coach said, with everybody, and we may surprise a few teams. We're going to come out on top the majority of the time. I think we're all expecting, and for myself, expectations are through the roof. We're gonna pitch the ball, we're gonna hit the ball, and we're gonna play defense. And personally, I'd like to, I've put my time in. I'm gonna keep doing it. I think I'm gonna expect from myself all that I can, and it'd be really nice to put one over the fence at least once this year.